It's your girl Jasmine, and I'm back with another video in full effect, honey. So today, I'm doing the long-awaited article entitled "The Truth About Relationships Nowadays." Really quickly, guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'm getting ready to get into it because there's a lot to cover. Roll with me, guys, because I'm taking you on a little timeline here. I met my high school sweetheart in 2004 when I was 14. The same day we met and started talking, we made it official. There's a reason why I'm telling you guys this. Stay tuned. 2008, I met my daughter's father. The same day we met, we made it official. 2010, I met my 7-year ex, and it took us 4 whole months to make it official. Then I ended up meeting the guy who I eventually cheated on my ex with, my 7-year ex. When we were at the 5-year mark, I met the guy who would become my 4-year ex, on again, off again, once again. And we never made our relationship official, but once I had my little drama where I ended up pregnant, and I had to tell him, you know, like I was still dealing with my 7-year ex at the same time as I was dealing with him. So I had to kind of tell him, like, hey, you know, it could go either way. It could either be your baby or it could be his baby. I'm not sure, because I was dealing with both of you guys. He was devastated because he was like, you've been cheating on me this whole time? And I'm just like, because we never made our relationship official, I didn't know we were in a relationship. I wasn't looking at it as if it was one. So it ended up being his baby anyway, guys. But yeah, I didn't look at it as if it was a relationship because we never sat down and made it official. I was just thinking that we were still in the stages, you know, the beginning, like the honeymoon phase or whatever, of talking. Meanwhile, he's looking at it as if we were in a whole relationship. Because even after I was like, well, I didn't know we were in a relationship. I wasn't looking at it like that. He goes, well, what did you think we were doing? I had no answer. So now we have 2004 to 2008, 4-year difference, but still the same principles in the relationship. Relationships were made official on the first day we started talking. There was no talking phase. Then you had 2010, where we spoke and started to grow our relationship for about 4 months, and then we made it official. And then you got 2016, where we never made it official, but it was an official relationship. So the truth about relationships nowadays, if you paid any attention to my timeline, they have definitely changed with time. I'm gonna tell you guys why. So nowadays we have something that we like to call the talking phase, which is like kind of like an AKA back in the days, like a dating phase where you start to talk to the person and you start to see them and give them some kind of exclusivity for the situation before you determine whether you're going to be in a relationship with them or not. Nowadays, it's not called dating or not referred to as dating anymore, even though technically speaking it still is dating. And a lot of the time there's no exclusivity either on one or both ends when you're going through the talking phase. So that's one truth about relationships. You have the talking phase, and this is where I definitely learned that there are levels to making it official. I never knew that until my 7-year ex came along. because obviously my first two significant relationships happened just like that. So when he came along and we were doing everything that, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend do in a 4-month period, I'm thinking, okay, well, he never officially asked me to be his girlfriend, but we're in a relationship. And we weren't. He told me straight up, I will never forget. We were on the phone one day, and I don't remember what reference I made to us being in a relationship, but I definitely remember saying something about it. And he was like, well, you're not my girlfriend yet. We're not in a relationship. And I was like, what do you mean? How? You're making time for me every single day. We're literally seeing each other every day. He was coming over my house before work. He was coming over my house after work. We were just, you know, weekends we were seeing each other. We were spending a lot of time together. I was starting to spend the night out at his house, and he still didn't look at it as if we were together. I'm like, how? Well, I'm going to tell you how, my friends. Because the truth about relationships in the new millennium, I would say, there's a talking phase first. There's levels to actually getting into a relationship. I'm going to talk about that too a little later. I'm going to do another blog about that. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that as well. The levels to making it official. But yes, relationships are definitely not as sacred as they were in the 90s and early 2000s. They're not as treasured and valued anymore. Normalcy for us nowadays, cheating is definitely normalized. The word love is very universal. So I feel like it doesn't hold the same meaning anymore. There's just a lot of different ways and reasons why relationships are not the same as they once were. Situationships have come into play. Situationships is basically just like the back in the day friends with benefits situation. So you could deal with someone and get the same benefit of being in a relationship without actually making it official with that person. So there's more people entering into those because why not? Men, women alike, their core values are not the same, meaning they don't want the same things. Sometimes one wants a relationship and the other does not. Sometimes one wants to get married and the other does not. So situationships happen. Because why not? If I can get all the benefits without actually making a commitment, why not? Then on top of that, I can go juggle. If it's a guy, I can go juggle multiple other females. That's what's happening these days. It's not the same as back when our parents and grandparents were married 20, 30 years. It's not the same anymore, guys. Nowadays, I feel like my dad always says that there's somebody for everybody. So I definitely feel like it's not impossible to have a successful, long-lasting, and long-term relationship. I just feel like it's a little harder trying to weed out that person from all the other people who just want to have situationships, so they want to have their cake and eat it too, or they'll get into a relationship and they'll be faithful but not loyal, if that makes sense. They'll be faithful to you or vice versa. They'll be loyal to you in the sense that they know they're coming home at the end of the day, but they're not faithful. So they're still doing them, but they're loyal to you because they're still going to come home to you, or they're still going to be dealing with you on some kind of level. So the best advice I can offer for somebody who does still want to be in a relationship, a sacred faithful, healthy relationship, don't lose hope on finding that person who's going to basically match your energy and have the same core values as you. However, you do have to accept the fact that today is different from 20 years ago, even 10 in my case, even 10 years ago. You know, a lot of things have changed. A lot of people are not looking at situations and relationships the same way. It just happened, you know. Everything changes. Everything changed with time. Makes me wonder though, in 20 years from now, is marriage still gonna be a thing? Because it seems like it's kind of like, especially marrying for love, because nowadays you get people entering into marriages for citizenship. You got people entering for money, all for the wrong reasons. My question really is marriage genuinely for being in love with that person gonna be a thing in 20 years? I feel like relationships are doomed, guys. Relationships as we know them are doomed, especially for people that actually want meaningful situations, to be married, to be in a healthy relationship. It's doomed. Why? Because ever since sex got easier to get, love got harder to find. That's why. That's the truth about relationships nowadays. So that's it, guys. I hope you loved this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you're not following me on IG, you can definitely follow my Love and Lust page at love_the_N_lust_and. And until next time, bye, guys.